Okay, so I put this theory out here a while back, and somebody, I guess, thought it was I don't know, but this, I guess, rich dude, probably some rich dude, got, all the credit for it. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. But 7/14/23. This is when this theory was presented or whatever.
Look, I've thought this for a long time, okay? Our universe is technically about 27.4 billion years old. Now, first of all, it's 54 galactic years old. That means it's 250 times 54. Because everything breaks down and divides into sixes. 3 6 9s. 666 and 999. And it all squares a circle. There's 54 faces on a cube, 27 sectors.
I put this out March 8th. About 4 months before anyone figured it out. But people look at me like I'm nuts. But the thing is, I've been working on this for years now. If anyone's ever been following the channel, I've been talking about this for about 3 or 4 years now. The 27, the 18, 666, 999, 369, the trinity of trinities, which is basically 9, a trinity of trinities, 3 trinities. So if anyone wants to know some real, true physics that scientists really aren't telling anyone, because how many times they got to tell you if they don't know, or we don't know what this is, just follow me, and I'll let you know some real answers that apparently they don't know anything to. This is what kills me. They have all of these devices and all this money and all these, electrical things that can see all this stuff and all this equipment, and all I have is my brain and what I can observe. Now I'm just going to elaborate. I believe it's 27.4 billion years old. They think it's about 26.7. Look, basically I'm trying to publish this book, and I've been going through Amazon, and I believe it took them so long, and I know after I ripped their ass, they finally, we'll do it next week. But I know that they were stealing from me, because every time something came up, I was like, that's in my book. And it happened after I submitted all my stuff to Amazon. So then I told them, I said, look, dude, I think I'm being robbed. I feel like y'all are robbing me of my ideas and then putting it out there. And then by the time y'all publish my book, it's going to be old news. And they was like, oh, I'm sorry, yada, yada, yada. Send him up with some excuse. And then they said, we'll have it published like next week or something. So now they're doing that, and they're finally doing it. They're topping it off now. But anyway, this ties to hyperphysics. I mean, and of course, a pion is 270 times the electron. So you got to keep that in mind. All right. So in these hyperphysics, you have an up quark, which is 3.3, and a down quark, which is 5.8. You add those up, you get 9.1. Now you add one more hyperquark to that, you got 3.3, which is 12.4, equaling the hyperproton. Okay, you have your up quark. Again, your down quark, the hyper. Okay, you have to. That's the pion. Now you take that pion, you add one more down quark to it, and you have 14.9, being the hyperneutron. And you add those up, you get 27.3 and some change technically. But ultimately, it's still squaring a circle. And keep in mind the 3, 6, and 9. So in this whole number, you got 999. Now you take 27.3, you say 27 times 3 equals 81, which is 9 times 9. Now just the standard up quark, down quark, the pion, equals 6.9. Ooh, the 6.9. Like 6 times 9 is 54. Like 54 faces, 54 little squares. Now you add one more up quark to that, you got 9.1 as a standard proton. Okay, so the standard proton is 9.1 and the hyper pion is 9.1. So you do the same thing and you just add a down quark, the 4.7, and you get the neutron. So that's a standard neutron is 11.6. Now you do the same thing over here and you add that up, you got 20.7. Okay, so you take this 27.3 minus 20.7 equals 6.6. So now you crosshatch it. You take a hyperproton plus a standard neutron. So you have 12.4 plus 11.6 equals 24. So the hyperneutron plus the standard proton equals 24. And the 24 equals 6, 6, 6, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and this is just part of it. Of, how the universe just squares itself out. You notice when in a wrestling ring, they call it the square circle? Here tonight in the square circle. Now again, here's another bold statement. They're wrong when it comes to 230 million Earth years. It's 250 million. It's technically just shy of 250 million Earth years that it takes a galactic year. That's our solar system to orbit all the way around the galaxy one time. A full 360. And that's why they're off by pi. They don't equal 360. In this book that I have, I figured it out. Of course, I'm not going to divulge that. I really want people to believe in me. I need people to buy this book. I really need that. That'll help me get the other stuff that I want to publish published. because it's freaking $10 a page, and I got so many pages. I mean, even the precession's off. It's off by pi, like I was mentioning in that video. Now, I did divulge that one. I encourage watching this video. It's right next to Stephen Greer on my page. This is the front cover they used for this one. I actually drew this, told them to use it. It's called the Machromicon. This is the other one. This one's even bigger than that one. And this is the picture I drew for it. It's got the alien on here, and the ancient astronaut, the ape man, you know. It's got a spaceship up here, pyramid, quasar here. I have an affinity for quasars and pulsars, which is technically more correlated to what the singularity was. It's basically all about the singularity and what gravity actually is. Gravitational singularities exist in a junction between general relativity and quantum mechanics. It took me a while, but I merged the two, and that's what my book's all about. But all these books, even these right here, my sketch pads, basically. This is how it helped me. I trained myself to understand fundamentals and fundamental physics. And it's so simple, a child can understand.